Why did you decide to do this event and what were some challenges?
We decided to choose these events because
in Rangsit there are so many Myanmar students, so maybe if we do these events we can have a kind of like space to
share our opinions of what is going on inside Burma and Myanmar and what is going on inside the world, so we can look after the students. Yeah.
Democracy in this region we still struggle and a lot because the elites still see the benefit from the fact that they get support from China and their big business still get benefit from China. So that's why this kind of government can stay in power. That's why Cambodian government can stay in power. That's why Burma can stay in power. That's why Rinnanont can stay in power.
Why does the Myanmar conflict receive less global attention compared to conflict like in Ukraine or Gaza?
That was a really good question. Myanmar is kind of slow in tension because of we can say geopolitics and history.
Myanmar conflict has a long history.
But however, when you see the Gaza or Ukraine,
they kind of like involve many major powers directly, and that's why they get more media and political attention.
These kind of situations are way more important and more valuable for the Western and for the internationals. So Myanmar is kind of slow things.
Of course, we have the 1962, we have the 1974, 75, 76 Lect. This 1980 is the biggest civil movement before the 2020 ones. And also, of course, we cannot deny that Lois role in that movement because she is one party who introduced what kind of democracy which Myanmar did.
We can learn that Myanmar civil war is a lack of unity.
And also the importance of international cooperation and
What is your overall impression, and do you think this event helped you to understand Myanmar's conflict better?
Yeah, it was so good, and as a Myanmar citizen, it was broaden my perspective in the situations that happening right now, and also about the history. Actually, I didn't know much about the Rohingya crisis, but now I know more about it, and it was so insightful. Yeah.
I really appreciate your free food, and also it's very delicious. I enjoyed it a lot. And secondly, I really appreciate the effort because all of the panelists, MC and moderator are very formal, and it means that they take the event seriously, and the information very informative, and they know the history really well, and they know what they are talking about. So that's why I really love it and very appreciate this. Yeah.
The first impression that I have seen is, from the different perspective, can discuss very well and engage very well. That the audience can understand it very well about, especially about the current conflict even now. The first impressions for me that I have ever seen.
Yes, that event is very effective for the student, especially for the IID students, and I also see that the event is very well organized and very enthusiastic panelists, and also the MC and also the other speakers. It's very interesting topics about the Myanmar's conflict, resolution to solve this conflict, and also about the ethnicities and Rohingya.
Well, this kind of event is very, really powerful. I mean, we can give education to the public and also some friends who doesn't know about the global politics and also geopolitical and situations. I think students must understand and their own country political situations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.